Good afternoon. I think Zach is having some technical difficulties. I'm sure he'll work it out pretty soon. He might have to take himself off mute. How you going there, Zach?
I'm doing pretty well. Sorry, I am. I don't know. Just
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
yeah,
You
timing my head a bit off. That's all.
nah, you good. You good. Take it away, brother. All yours.
Aye, aye. Welcome to Imagi-Nation TV, people. Week 15, episode 72, featuring artists on the theme of mentors are not saviors. My name is Zach Hallock. I go to Warragul Regional College, and I'm in year 11. So, the theme, mentors are not saviors. It's pretty interesting. It's almost philosophical for me, I'd say, because mentors are made by teaching people. They're more personal teachers, to say. And to teach someone something, you have to show them how to do something, not show them what to do. So, in a sense that mentors are not saviors, you can't be saved by a mentor if it's not you doing the work. The mentor is there to help you and to kind of guide you to do the right things. You have to actually make the effort to do it, if that makes sense. So I'm hosting for today, which is absolutely awesome. I'm joined by Bobby, Alexis Winter, and a whole bunch of other people. It's going to be super interesting, super fun. And I am hosting for the first time, or co-hosting. It's incredibly, incredibly awesome. And I hope to get a lot of experience out of this. I believe that's all.
Nah, that's not all, but we're gonna definitely come back to you, Zach. That was a fantastic introduction, and way to pick up the pieces. We had a huge week here at AIM. At the start of the week, we had a panel. We had Belinda Duarte. We had Leandra Gekamangu. We had Socrates Otto. Yesterday we had Ani Denise Proud. And today, today's show, we got Alexis Winter and we got Energy Baldwin. So, they're going to be our artists today. We're going to be going back and forth with them, seeing, what they produce for us in 25 minutes, which would be good. We also have some musicians today. We got Okaido, sorry. We got a couple of AIM throwbacks, Mia Morrissey and Malachi Norway. So, today's going to be a special day. Finish off the week right with some beautiful music and some beautiful art and take us into our weekend, recharge the batteries so we can get back to work. So, well done, Zach. Great introduction. And now we'll throw it over to our first intro artist video. Okay, so our artists, as said, like we have, two wonderful artists today. We got Alexis Winter and we got Energy Baldwin. We'll start with you, Alexis. Tell us about you.
Hey, Bobby and Zach, that was an awesome intro. Really loved what you said about the mentors providing like the tools for people to actually do the work themselves. I am an artist and an illustrator, and I'm also an educator in the sort of outer suburbs of Melbourne.
So you're an educator. So you be pretty familiar with mentors not saviors then, Alexis.
Yeah.
How does that tie into what you do, or do you practice that, or people around you, how you have them practice that?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess often with my students, I just want to give them the best, like I said, like the best tools possible to actually feel like they're doing things themselves rather than you swooping in and sort of doing the work for them, because there's not really much satisfaction in someone else doing something for you I think it's better if they sort of learn to do it themselves and get that confidence and really enjoy what they're doing.
So for our young people out there who might not be autistic, what's the secret to becoming an artist, or how can we get interested in becoming an artist?
I think often there's this level that we sort of aspire to be and we expect to be that straight away. But I think something that we need to try a lot more often is just to play and have fun with the art that we're making, and then just keep doing it on a regular basis. And that sort of is the like lead into what you want to do in your artistic craft.
Or just inspiring answers there, Alexis. Is there any advice you would give young people who don't think they can be an artist?
Yeah, just do it. I know that is a slogan from a famous brand, but just have a crack and just start doing things, and don't worry too much about what other people are doing or where other people are at. Just like do your own thing and just have fun. Ultimately have fun.
Excellent. What do you think there, Zach?
Honestly, I think that's some great advice. In fact, that is something that I'm probably going to be taking into account for probably the rest of my life. It's incredibly important to like just give it a go, you know, like just kind of don't think anything's impossible until you do it. And even then, still don't think it's impossible. So yeah, that's a really good advice. Thank you.
Excellent, Zach. Excellent. So would you like to introduce Energy?
Yes, I would absolutely love to. Give me 1 second.
Nah, it's fine. Take your time.
Very sorry about this. So, Energy Baldwin, abstract artist and designer. An African-American Greek designer, artist born in Sydney and now lives in Brisbane. Ooh, Brisbane's a good place. She creates abstract work as emotional release and draws inspiration from nature and culture that surrounds us. So honestly, I think that this is going to be very interesting, and I'm very looking forward to seeing how this goes.
No worries. Energy, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you. Very excited, a little nervous, but I think those nerves are good.
Yeah, it's always good to have someone go first and get it out the way, and you can be like, right. I think that host better give me the same line of questioning, because I would have had a chance to think about it. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try and recall what I've asked Alexis, and then maybe go to you. So yes, tell us a bit about yourself, Energy.
Well, I do a bit of abstract art, and I'm a designer as well. I draw my inspiration from nature, culture, and I find that I can be a bit of a sensitive person, but that comes in handy with doing art. So I like to key into those emotions and things and meditate that out through art. So yeah.
Okay, so with your have you had any young people like do art with you, and how do you tie in being a mentor, not savior, when you working with young people, if you work with young people?
Well, I have in the past and a bit now, and I find that I just like to bring it out and make them feel comfortable in their own creativity, and get them used to being in touch with that and expressing themselves, and they're getting their perspective and making that into a visual piece.
That sounds really, really amazing, honestly. Like, it's very insightful, I'd say.
I believe that everyone has their own perspective, and just by simply even asking questions or thinking about these things and dwelling on these things, you can see it can come out in all different types of forms, not only in visual but music and all types of ways. But obviously visual is, for me, my forte. So yeah, I like to focus on that with them.
That sounds really, really cool. And I'm very excited to see what you do for us today.
Thanks.
Incredibly excited.
So, okay, Energy. Do you have a secret for us to being an artist? Yeah.
I believe that again, if you just have, I think everyone has that point of view in life, and expressing that is key for me. I do my art as like a therapeutic form, and if I know a lot in this world can be crazy at times, and if you can learn to focus that into a creative piece, I think everyone can do art really, whether it is, yeah, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So whether you deem it a work of art or not, it really is truly your own perspective, and that's what's beautiful about it. So yeah.
So you pretty much answered the last question about the advice you would give people who don't think they could be an artist. So I think you already gave that answer. I think Zach's gonna read some of our comments coming in from our live stream audience.
Oh, whoops, that's the video. Whoops. Sorry, I was just getting the video up. So far I've got energy, exclamation mark, to the moon. Our puppet's namesake, how cool. Ooh, that's really cool. We've also got a comment from Tom Wensley, creative release as a form of therapy. Yes. We've also got Bobby in the Flow Cuz from Brendan Newton. We've got Benita, I'm gonna butcher that name, I'm incredibly sorry. Benita Milner. Oh, I really hope I pronounced it right. If I pronounced it wrong, I am incredibly sorry. Super keen to see Alexis working anyway. And then we've got one from Luna Tunes, which is Yeah, Alexis. So we are getting a lot of positivity from that.
Great. So Energy, Alexis, we're gonna let you super artists do what you do, and we're gonna get some music going in the background with this next slide.
Hey guys, name's Okado. I'm a rapper, artist from Sydney. Amazing to be able to be on the show. I love what you guys are doing at AIM. Recently, me and a friend of mine, Bebtune, we recorded an EP together, and today I'll be playing for you the opening song from the EP. It's called Mr. Minimite. I'm really excited to share this with the world. The song's not out yet, actually, so this is going to be the first time that it's been broadcasted on AIM, and what a great place to be able to, share that. What does imagination mean to me? Imagination is the ability to dream. Imagination is freedom. Imagination is a place in your mind where no one can touch you. Imagination is a space where you can manifest and be whoever you want to be. You can imagine and dream up anything that you want to be, and this essentially relates back to the last question of what would I say to younger kids needing help at this time in the world. And it's just like, you can be whoever you want to be. You can dream anything you want to dream, and don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't do something, because you can do whatever you want. You know, if you imagine it in your mind and you really believe in yourself, then essentially you can make anything happen. Thank you, AIM, for having me on the show. I feel really blessed to be able to share music on this channel. About to perform for you a song, Mr. Minimite. I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you. Mr. Minimite. Yeah. Excuse me, Prince, we need some nutrients. Why are you so rich and the rest so sick? When are you gonna see that this dress don't fit? This it called life. Off that, no way, I won't sit or fight. I'm the pitbull type. The cracks at the made into slaves when the aliens came, took the babies away. The behavior repaid, it was saving the day. Celebrated in ways that betray it's okay. The hottest 100, he shot his son running. Now what is love coming? You forgotten where you come from. This is stolen land. I know you own your land. When you're square, your block, your chairs, your rocks. Could you spare some love or a little respect? Don't forget where you at, got you riddled in check. I said don't forget where you at, got you riddled in check. I'll ransack your ancestors and stand back laughing. Oh, your granddaddy died for the land that we stand under. Your man got a cry but a hand him a tampon. The land for the lies and the stand that they ran from. Your ancestors wide and they stand like a task force. But blood doesn't dry when your flag full of flaws. Or your brother lost, he found the Southern Cross. Now tomorrow stop look like a Holocaust. Bro like a fox in a hollow logs. I'm just being honest, boss. I won't get lost on your red cross, your breadcrumbs to your dead gods. Answer the question, mate, for I investigate or to guess you. You're the kind of pest I hate. The tiny man that picks on the weak, gets pissed on the drink, thinks he's a king and hits on women, right? Mr. Mini-Mite, the last win I wipe. The only man I fight because I stand for women's rights. Because once you've seen it, you can't erase it like a cancer patient who stands awake. So what's your answer, mate? Cack at your tongue? Remember the time you slept in the bum, grab at a arm, now you acting so calm? What kind of man are you now? The cowardly cat will tell with his gal. I bet your moms were proud of you now.
Seconds. Seconds. 5, 4.
Wow, powerful, powerful. It's a lot in those lyrics right there. So I just want to check in with you, Alexis. How's it all going?
Bobby, it's good. It's good. I've started my first piece, which is going to be a portrait of someone. Maybe it's a mentor. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Nah, I like that. So a mentor. Yeah, well, just having a peek at that, I didn't see a hat, so I must be safe then. Woo! All right. All right, Zach. How you traveling, buddy?
I'm traveling pretty well. I accidentally cracked my table, so gonna have to be a bit careful on that, a little bit careful. But other than that, I got to admit that song was incredibly good, and I'm probably gonna, if it comes out on Spotify, I'm probably gonna save it on there. The artwork as well, it looks like it's coming along incredibly well. I can see one picture really well from Energy, which is looking really nice. From this distance, I can't see what Alexis is working on continuously, so it's going to be a bit of mystery, which is always entertaining. But other than that, I'm doing really well.
Oh, sensational. So Energy, how's it going? How's the artwork coming along, Energy?
It's going good.
Going good. Good is good. Good is good. Good is great.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
Right. Yeah. Sounding a bit, repetitive. All right. So all's going good. That's good to see. So you having a better look there, Zach? Can you see what it is you're doing now?
Yeah, looks really cool. I'm having like a million and one thoughts on what it could possibly be. See, with art and all that, it's like until it's finished, even then, you can never really pinpoint exactly what the artist is trying to draw, what they are trying to interpret, which I think is what makes art so special, because as Energy said, art is in the eye of the beholder. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So, oh God, I'm not good with names. I want to say Malachi, Norway. Please don't hate on me for this. I'm not good with names. Bobby, am I correct? Can I get a check from Bobby?
I'll give you a little bit of help here, Zach. It's okay. I think so. Our next musician is Mia Morrissey. So yeah, we're gonna let the artists get back to work, let them do what they do, and we're gonna get a little bit of music in the background while they work, and we're gonna listen to a piece from Mia Morrissey, one of our AIM throwbacks.
Steal my strength like a twig in the breeze, fall off me like cloth. Hold my knuckles as they freeze, watch my sleeves slide off. Grab my wrist in your finger hoop, don't sit on my lap. Play my whisper on a loop, time ticks like a tap. I hate what I've been taught to think, but dump it in my kitchen sink. Bring it with me everywhere, sometimes truth but always bare. Never am I changing, shadows rearranging, waiting out the moment with my thin door closed. In this room I bruise my knees with soft caresses, blow me with a breath. Just my tired eyes confess I crave this kind of death. See right through my body sideways, break me in your arms. Heavy lashes fan a face of overcooked alarm. I hate what I've been taught to think, but dump it in my kitchen sink. Bring it with me everywhere, sometimes truth but always bare. Never am I changing, shadows rearranging, waiting out the moment with my thin door closed. In this room I chose. It's all I think about, that I have tied it up and trapped it in my heart with no way out. Look at me just sitting here, singing in my underwear, writing songs about how my white privilege life is so unfair. I'm riding on a cloud, speaking without sound, wait until I realize that all I ever see is eyes looking in my heart, looking in my mind, seeing me so clearly that I think I'm going blind, seeing me for what I am, 1,000 tiny grains of sand. Some are slipping through your fingers, some are zipping through your hand. I can look it, I can see, I can live it, I can be. I'm so spoiled with empathy, I'm locked in but got the key. Never am I changing, shadows rearranging, waiting out the moment with my thin door closed. In this room I chose, in this room I chose.
Wow. Yeah, that was a lovely piece by Mia Morrissey. So how you going there, Energy?
It's coming together. I'm liking it so far.
Coming together?
Yeah.
So if people try to name your art, do you get offended?
Oh, no way.
So it'll be okay if I say it look like a racetrack.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I'm looking at. I see letters, I see racetracks, I see a little bit of everything. So I guess that's what you mean when you're talking about abstract.
Yeah. Well, for me, this piece is like sort of, I draw these lines because I believe like everyone has their own path and it sort of overlaps over each other. And that's my sort of perspective on this. And I like how as humans, we're all sort of connected to each other, and we cross paths, and that's sort of where it comes from. But yeah, no, I like how everyone has their own perspective and view on what they look at in art. It's really cool to see where their mind's at when they look at something.
Okay, phew. I didn't want to be, stepping out of bounds or anything like that, so I thought I'll ask first. So thanks for that. Zach, you tell me, what do you see there, Zach?
Well, I'm not quite as polite as you, Bobby. I would have just said it looks a lot like pasta, and I really like pasta, so I'm very happy. But honestly, I think it looks really, really cool, and the whole idea of like intersecting crossroads and all that. Oh my God. It's a really good way to kind of be able to think about life, I suppose. Everyone has their own paths. Everyone's like their own hero in the story. And then like sometimes it's easy to forget that like it's not just you who's the hero in your story, but it's the hero in everyone else's story, that each is their own as well. And then sometimes those paths cross and no one's really a sidekick in any perspective. Like we're all kind of, yeah.
Great words, Zach. We got some comments coming in from our live chat. Katarina Pirelli, love the groove in her voice. We got Peru, haunting voices at the fam. We got Standby Empire. Friday always brings a mix of creativity, expression, and hope. That's exactly right. That's what we try to do. And yeah, so we might check in with Alexis and see how she going.
Hey guys, this is where I'm at right now. I've decided to actually make this a mentee rather than a mentor, because I like the idea of, well, what Zach was talking about at the start, how you're giving people like the skills as a mentor to sort of do things themselves. And then this is sort of someone reflecting on a person that is going and doing those things and living like their best life. So it's looking from behind and just encouraging.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. I kind of like how you're doing that perspective as well, like a over the shoulder third person perspective. I think that's really cool.
Thanks, Zach.
No problem. So are we introducing the next musician, Bobby? Bobby, my man.
If you like, go for it.
Aye. So, here's the one I was talking about earlier. Once again, can't pronounce the name. Is it Malachi Norway, Bobby?
That's spot on, brother.
Oh,
got it in one. You got it in one.
Oh, that is good. He is, okay, cool, a mentee at AIM. Malachi is a 14-year-old boy from Cairns Holy Spirit College who is an aspiring artist telling stories through rap. This is going to be very good, and I'm very eager to hear what he has to say.
What's imagination mean to me? Like imaginating things, like such as when I was younger, I used to imagine, like wanting to come into a studio and rap. Like it became a reality, and here we are. From my understanding, mentors, not saviors. Like like they're not your savior. They're your mentor. They're there to help you, not there. Like you can't just leech off them type of thing. Just do your thing. Keep your head up. Stay positive. Get where you want to be in life.
The game is complicated. Carrying the game and y'all breaking my back.
Have you got anything that rhymes with that?
Nah, I'm about to pack. The game is complicated. I don't leave no traces. You start, will they bark, but how I made it. You spark, will I start to graph a paper. Straight up, you make bucks, but where'd you take them? I really think you faking. Trying to talk it but don't walk it, you fit the flavor. One fist in the air, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kinda sad that our country is comfortable oppressing the black natives, and yet we keep a station. While you sling slurs, I spit straight facts. Backtrack to when they said that I couldn't rap. You were snake black, talking ish over the phone, I'm about to bite back. I'm about to bite back. Yo. I can't do that last
Absolutely amazing. What do you think, Bobby?
I thought the young brother, spoke from the heart, and the beat was catchy. When the beat is catchy, it helps you like try and pick up on some of what he's saying. But yeah, so like the show's been going sensationally. We might check in with Energy. Energy, how's it looking? And yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving it so far. As I said, I started on these smaller lines here, if you can see that. So yeah, we're getting there. I'm getting more detail in, which I'm happy about.
Okay, we did have a question from our live chat. We had someone wanting to know, where can we purchase your art?
Well, I'm doing some commissions, and you can DM me through my Instagram, which is creative_energy, spelt with 2 I's, so ENERGII. And yeah, you can reach me through there, and you can also see some of more of my art on there as well.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to hit up. I'm gonna have to hit that Instagram up. What about you, Zach?
Honestly, not gonna lie, really wish that my art skill was at the grade where I'd have people buy it. But honestly, seeing your artwork, I do definitely see why people would be incredibly interested in being able to like purchase this for themselves. That is really, really cool and really abstract and like thought-provoking when you know like the story around it. And the meaning that you've given to it as well, I find to be incredibly interesting. So yeah, I think it's really good.
Awesome. Alexis, how you traveling? What you got? Who's the mentor, Alexis? Who's the mentor?
Hey guys, I finished one. I'm gonna try and get a second little portrait done. This is, yeah, you've put me on the spot here. I don't know who this is.
That's all right.
It could be anyone. But they're going off and they're achieving their dreams, and I bloody love it, and it's great.
Okay, well, I better not say any names before someone, might get upset. But yeah, Zach, we got a question for you, Zach, coming in from our live chat. And the question is,
Hi.
you give us your view of the world through your eyes, and what's your hope for our future?
Oh, they're really hitting the hard questions, aren't they?
I know, but like that's a credit to you though, Zach, and the way you talk and the way you speak and the way you galvanize people to listen to you. So, when you good at what you do, it gets tougher. So, but yeah, have a crack.
Honestly, the world that we live in, I've heard so many people, and I'm at this teenage year, where like everyone's going through stuff, but I hear so many people go, life is insignificant and the universe is so big. And it is when you look at it like that, but I find that life is about what you make of it. So when we think about our world, it's not really what are we thinking about in the ideal of like the grand scheme of things. It's kind of like it's what we want as a species and what we want as people, and it's what can affect each other that's important. I've got a friend who was like talking to me about his hope that maybe when he's older and when he goes to heaven, it will be as great as everyone says it is. And while that is really nice to hear, all I could think of was, why can't heaven be where we are now? Why can't we make Earth heaven? Why can't we make Earth this fantastical thing. And I thought, why can't we do that? You know, like instead of thinking, why are we stuck here? I was starting to think, well, what can we do? And I honestly think that humanity has the potential to do that. Humanity has the potential to do anything. So honestly, I just really hope that as a species, we all make the right decisions and we all do what we believe is right. What do you think, Bobby?
I think I agree with what you're saying there, and I think Steph Beck, who asked you the question, I'm sure she'd be marveling with your answer. You know, our hope is what we make it. You know what I mean? Like we got to be productive in society. We can't wait for stuff to happen. And, you know, like you touched on all that stuff. It's been great, man. So with that said, Zach, would you like to wrap us up today, or how you feel?
Aye. So let me get the thing up. So, final thoughts on mentors not being saviors. So, personally, I think that for me, my mentors are people that you learn from. They teach you things to help in life. So, when putting that into mind, I find that almost everyone is a mentor in my eyes. I learn things from everyone, whether that's good or bad. I always kind of reflect upon people and understand what I want and what I don't want by how other people can react or how other people can lead their lives. So in my mind, I think everyone's a mentor. In saying that, I would like to thank all of the guests on the show: Alexis, Energy, Okiado, Makalai, and Mia, and a special thanks to my dude Bobby.
Thank you, Zach, and thanks to our production team who day after day, week after week, month after month, they put this show together to give you young people a platform to be your best. So we like to thank our production team behind the scenes. That wraps up a great week in terms of our Imagi-Nation TV. Everybody be safe, enjoy, and we see you next time.
Have a good day.